Smart strategies, getting the most from your insurance. This brief presentation on smart strategies to get the most from your insurance will explain how you can get the most from your life insurance based on using smart strategies and identifying the approach that might be a good fit for your specific needs. First, let's talk about some of the basic but important differences between term life and permanent life insurance. Term life, of course, lasts for a set of period of time, most commonly 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, while permanent coverage is just that. It's designed to cover you for the rest of your life. Let's quickly compare some of the differences side by side. Term life has a lower initial cost. The premiums for term life are relatively inexpensive if you buy it when you are younger, and still less expensive, at least upfront, when you are older than permanent life insurance. As you get older, the premiums for getting term life coverage steadily increases as the likelihood that a death benefit will be paid out during the term also increases. Once the term expires, the coverage stops. Permanent life has a higher cost initially because it is designed to pay out a death benefit throughout the insured's life, so the premiums may be on the surface higher than for term insurance. Statistically speaking, many policyholders do not die during a specified term, or they let the policy lapse. So, is it really less expensive? Looking at the second bullet point, how the premiums may increase over time in a term policy is if you purchase an annual renewable term policy, as opposed to a level term policy. With annual renewable term, the initial years may have very low premiums, but they gradually increase every year until the term expires. With level term, you lock in a rate that stays the same for the entire term. With permanent life insurance, you typically have a guaranteed fixed premium that stays the same year after year. A big difference between term and permanent life insurance is that term life policies have no cash value, while permanent life can build cash value over time, which is a return on a portion of your premiums that the life insurance company invests. The cash value is tax-deferred until you withdraw it, and you can borrow against it as well. Smart strategies enable you to stretch retirement dollars. If you have money in a vehicle that is not subject to income tax, you obviously get to keep all of those dollars, and that's optimum. The next best thing is the tax-deferred cash accumulation, where you don't pay any taxes on it until you withdraw it. By deferring taxes, the client can benefit in two ways. The first is tax-free growth. Instead of paying tax on the interest earned, taxes are paid only when the client withdraws it at a later date, leaving their money to grow unhindered. The second benefit is that premiums are typically paid when you are earning a higher income and are taxed at a higher tax rate. Withdrawals are made from a retirement vehicle typically when a person is retired and earning little or no income, and is taxed at a lower rate. Finally, you have taxable dollars where the money is immediately subject to tax. That is the least desirable situation. Let's take a closer look at a taxable money versus tax-free money. You are paying capital gain taxes on earnings from stocks, mutual funds, and real estate transactions. You also pay income tax on your wages and on tax qualified plans when you receive the money. Examples of income tax-free money when you receive it includes municipal bonds, Roth IRA accounts, and life insurance. With life insurance, a beneficiary is not taxed when they receive a death benefit payout, and you are not taxed on the cash value accumulation in a permanent life insurance policy. You also are not taxed if you borrow cash value from a permanent life insurance policy through loans. Now let's take a look at comparing a tax-qualified strategy against an income tax-free strategy. On the tax-qualified side, you have got tax-deferred contributions, so you haven't paid taxes on that yet, but you will upon withdrawal. On the other side, you are using after-tax dollars to fund a permanent life insurance policy. Now, for the sake of example, assuming the gains are equal for both the tax-qualified strategy and the income tax-free strategy, on the tax-deferred side, you end up paying tax on 100% of the cash value, since you only defer taxes until you are not paying taxes on the growth. Would you rather pay taxes on the entire amount or just on the contributions? Pretty easy choice, right? This is how you can use this strategy with universal life insurance, a popular form of permanent life. Universal Life gives you a lot of premium flexibility. You're not locked into a fixed premium schedule. You can potentially pay any amount between the required plan minimum to an IRS-imposed maximum. Premiums can be increased, decreased, or even skipped depending on a variety of factors. The excess of premium payments above the current cost of the insurance is credited to the cash value of the policy. The cash value is credited each month with interest, and the policy is debited each month by a cost of insurance charge. There are different types of universal life policies. Traditional universal life policies have a fixed rate of interest that is declared by the life insurance company. Index Universal Life gives you a choice of earning a fixed rate of interest or receiving interest based on the movement of a stock market index, even though your premiums are not invested directly in the stock market. And then you have Variable Universal Life, where your premiums are invested in one or more separate investment accounts. Variable Universal Life offers a greater potential for growth, but there is also greater potential for loss and no minimum interest guarantees. The amount of risk you can tolerate factors into your decision about which type of policy would be right for you. With universal life policies in general, you have three factors that combine to make it so effective. First, you have the power of compound interest. Money earning interest over time without taxation can result in a very effective yield. That's why Albert Einstein famously said that compound interest is the greatest mathematical invention in mankind's history. Using the power of compound interest without taxation in a universal life policy can potentially deliver very attractive gains. Second, life insurance provides the essential protection for your family or business from financial loss due to premature death. And finally, when you add in the unique tax advantages, including no income tax on the death benefit or on the cash value growth in a permanent life insurance policy, tax advantages given exclusively to life insurance products from the Internal Revenue Code, you have a very powerful product. Please note, this information cannot be used or relied upon for the purpose of avoiding IRS penalties. These materials are not intended to provide taxes, accounting, or legal advice. This material intended for education purposes only and is not intended to serve as the basis for any purchasing decision. Guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims paying ability of issuing companies. Laws of specific states or laws relevant to a particular situation may affect the applicability, accuracy, or completeness of this information. Federal and state laws and regulations are complex and subject to change. Please consult your tax professional and/or attorney for specific tax and/or legal information as it pertains to your individual situation.